This is one of 10 15-minute programs entitled Catholic Questions and Answers. They will be dealing with domestic Catholic problems primarily on faith and morals. Answering these questions will be Father Doug Nohava of the New Covenant Newman Center at Phoenix College. First question, Father. What besides confirmation of the Catholic partner is required for a couple to be married in the Catholic Church?
In the name of Jesus, the Catholic Church sets forth 3 conditions to be met by couples who wish to live the sacrament of matrimony. These conditions are set down to make sure, as well as we can, that a couple is both ready and willing to live their lives for Jesus in this way. For us, marriage is not something a priest does to 2 people in a ceremony. Matrimony, or Catholic marriage, is a lifetime commitment that 2 people give each other and together give to his church, so that Jesus' love can come through their love for each other. We call matrimony a vocation, a full-time response to a calling by God the Father to take part in the saving work of Jesus. In the Catholic community, matrimony and holy orders, the life of the deacon, the priest, and the bishop, are held in honor as 2 outward signs of the love of God for his people. Matrimony is just as important as holy orders. When a person is ordained to holy orders, they must be both ready and willing. And so, for the couple to be commissioned by the Church in the name of Jesus in matrimony, they too must be ready and willing.
What are the 3 conditions the Church sets down?
The first condition, Jay, is that a couple must come freely to give themselves to each other in marriage. In recent years, due to the great attack on the permanence of marriage, the Catholic Church has asked its priests and deacons to make very sure that the full scope of freedom is considered by the couple. Here are some areas of freedom to be considered. Neither partner in the marriage may already be involved in a marriage relationship the Church considers binding according to the gospel command of Jesus. Since the Church realizes that not every marriage ceremony involving Christians really is a gospel marriage, we have a system for evaluating with those concerned whether in the eyes of the Church this marriage must be considered binding. If there is any doubt in this area, the person considering Catholic marriage should clear up this matter first through the Church. Other areas of freedom include maturity and emotional stability. These are hard to judge. In order to give the Church authority time to judge this with the couple, special rules have been set down for marriages where one or both partners is under the age of 19. During the first 2 months of this special time for the young people considering marriage, no wedding date can be set and no plans made. This is to keep pressure off the couple, while with the Church authorities they reconsider whether they have the maturity and the emotional freedom, the resources, and the adult commitments needed to make a lifetime commitment to each other. This concern for the freedom of the couple is so great in the Roman Catholic Diocese of Phoenix that even if the couple is pregnant, there can be no speeding up of the process. In fact, the need to determine the commitment as a freely undertaken commitment is all the harder to evaluate once a pregnancy is involved. There must also be freedom from addictions, whether that be to drugs or alcohol, TV or work or hobbies, or any other thing that has control over the person, rather than having the person in control over it. And so, Jay, the couple is asked by the Church to see themselves and their freedom broadly and clearly. The second condition set down by the Church is that both partners must make a permanent commitment to their marriage partner. We do not see this like a contract, but as a covenant where 2 people lay down their lives for each other. In my pre-marriage counseling, I've come to identify 3 areas I think are important for a couple to face in saying that they are able and willing to make a permanent commitment. First, they must be willing and able to forgive, since in a lifetime together they will sin against and hurt each other. This includes the ability and willingness to forgive even adultery, since the Roman Catholic Church does not consider adultery as grounds for divorce. The second area involved in a permanent commitment is that the couple be open to counseling. The Catholic Church considers it a sign of wisdom, not weakness, to know when help is needed and to ask for it in time. In our American culture, the man often has the hardest time accepting counseling for marriage, but each partner should be willing to go when the other partner asks him or her. The third area of a permanent commitment is that the marriage relationship is to have priority over both child raising and over career. The couple is expected to find personal fulfillment through the marriage relationship, with both parenting and career choice flowing from the marriage commitment. The Church considers it a sinful situation in which the marriage relationship is placed after either parenting or career in the search for personal fulfillment. The third condition for a marriage to be approved by the Catholic Church is that a couple be open to children and to sharing their faith with them. The first two conditions consider the couple as lovers. This condition faces their role as parents. If either parent is totally and irrevocably opposed to having children, the Church will not bless the marriage. However, it is both a right and a duty of Catholics to be responsible parents. Both the number and the spacing of the children can be regulated by the marriage partners if they choose, providing that the teaching of the Church is followed in regulating birth. When children are born, the parents have the primary responsibility for providing a home of faith, for the baptism of their children, and for their growth in faith and religion as the children mature. A couple must be willing to accept these three conditions before the Church will commission them to go forth in the name of Jesus to be a living sign of his love.
Father, I heard that the Catholic Church no longer required the raising of the children in the church in mixed marriages. Is that true?
There's some confusion in that area, Jay. In the past years, the Catholic Church required the partner who was not Catholic to sign a statement that he or she would not interfere in the raising of the children in the Catholic Church. This was a negative approach. Today, the Catholic partner is asked to sign, with the knowledge of the partner who is not Catholic, the following statement: I reaffirm my faith in Jesus Christ. With God's help, I intend to live that faith in the Catholic Church, and to the best of my ability, I will share the faith I have received with our children by having them baptized and raised as Catholics. Notice the order of the promises. The first is to recommit to Christ. The Church wants its Catholic people to be truly Christian, not just formally Catholic. The second promise is that the Catholic partner will live their faith, no matter what the other partner may choose, even if the other partner should choose not to worship the Lord at all. After the Catholic partner has made these two promises concerning their own future actions, they are asked to share what they have received to the best of their ability. The condition to raise the children Catholic should not build a wall between the Catholic and his or her partner. It should encourage them to seek out what their religious traditions have in common, and to work for the unity of the Church in their own marriage and family.
Father, what does the Catholic Church offer to help the Catholics prepare for marriage?
Jay, the Catholic Church offers several ways to help a Catholic prepare for marriage. It's best if both partners can take part in this preparation together. Preparation for marriage is very difficult if you have to do it over a distance or with one partner in the service. It is possible, but it takes a lot more effort and a lot more willingness on the part of both parties. Here in the Diocese of Phoenix, there is offered what's called a pre-Cana Sunday on the second Sunday afternoon of every month. This is like a cram course for marriage. The Church offers it, but it's like a minimal approach to marriage preparation. I really don't recommend it for any young couple preparing for marriage. I think if a priest sends them to this preparation and they accept it, it's a sign that they really don't place very much importance on the vocation of their marriage and on their life together. Everything that's offered on that Sunday afternoon is good, but it still has all the approach of being a crash course for marriage. Probably one of the best preparations is what is called the Engaged Encounter Weekend. This is a whole weekend spent with other engaged couples at a retreat center. From Friday evening through Sunday afternoon, under the guidance of 2 married couples and a priest, the engaged couple have time to share under guided questions and times of sharing their own life, their own goals, their own value. In this way, the church is able to help the young couples cover areas that really should be covered if they intend a life together. This preparation should be done early enough in the engagement so that if the couple should decide not to marry, they would not have already made too many plans, or if they decide they should postpone the marriage, they could do it without upsetting too many people. Also offered are home programs, where with either as one young couple with a married couple or with several young engaged couples, in the mellow conditions of a home and relaxed atmosphere, couples can go through in a 6-week period, or if it's done at the Franciscan Renewal Center, a 4-week period, a time of considering whether or not they want to live their lives with this person in the life of marriage. So these are the ways that the church recommends that couples prepare for marriage. It's not a case of trying to find which priest will let you get by with the least. It's a case of finding which priests care about you to encourage you to do the most, because your life is very important both to yourselves and to the church, and the church really wants its people to be well prepared for their life of marriage together. In addition to this preparation, the couple is encouraged to work on their own wedding ceremony to make sure that within the guidelines set down by the church, this ceremony really expresses their love for each other. We hope that these questions and answers have helped you to really understand what the church hopes for and expects of the marriage of its people. May God bless each one of you.
You've been listening to Father Doug Nohava of the New Covenant Newman Center at Phoenix College. For any comments or criticisms, please write to Father Doug, 2911 North 11th Avenue, Phoenix, Arizona. The zip code is 85013. Write to Father Doug, 2911 North 11th Avenue, Phoenix, Arizona. Zip code is 85013. He will be waiting to hear from you soon. God bless you and good day.